gotta say that Outlander kind of hits that mark for me. What up, everybody? It's your girl, Sherry's Joy. Welcome to another episode of Bookmarked. This week, I have done something completely different. I discovered Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. If you pronounce that correctly, I apologize if I mispronounced. Okay, so this is different. I don't normally do a review on something that's a movie or that has been a movie or TV show first, and then I read the book or whatever. Meaning, like, I've read the Hannibal Lecter series and I haven't reviewed that. So anyway, this is something, Outlander is right up my alley. I'm very excited to kind of like talk about it. I'm not going to do any spoilers as always. But I came across, my daughter, she wants Stars. She's watching the Stars stuff. And I keep seeing like all of these ads for like Outlander, and it looks really interesting. Like, I used to love kings and queens and medieval stuff, and I love history and I love historical fiction. So far this year, I've been on a historical fiction kick. That's been my genre of the year, which normally it's thriller. So that's interesting. So I keep seeing the thumbnails and the trailers and the ads, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I heard this comedian, and forgive me, I couldn't even tell you who the comedian was because it was like one of those flip through things when you're flipping through channels. And the comedian was like, has anybody seen Outlander? Outlander, for those of you who don't know Outlander, Outlander is a show that's basically, it gives people a chance to marry someone else over and over again, to try different people or something like that. It was like, I'm not a comedian and I'm not quoting, but it was something like that. So I was like, okay. And then I watched the trailer, and then I watched the first season. So I was like, as being a book lover, I'm like, I've got to know more. Like, this would be a really good thing to read. Now, I did not know that this was going to be a complete investment. This is like a 9-book series, at least 6 books or more series with, spin-offs of series. Now, I did read Bridgerton after watching Bridgerton. And I know that there's different spin-off books of that and everything that I haven't gotten to yet. And Outlander has like so many different, just a whole nother, anyway, I'm so excited. So I purchased the book, the ebook. Unfortunately, this is the cover for the ebook. The actual book is like all, one color or whatever. Obviously, this is, Stars. So, this is basically the poster for the TV show, which is fine. And this book was like 500 and something pages. So I was like, I need a little bit of help here. And I don't really listen to audiobooks. But I started right with this. So I actually read the book and listened to the audio at the same time. And I was blown away, like all over again. It was like being entertained almost like 3 times, right? Because I started the book, I got to like 25% by myself, but it was taking a long time. And I have like other things that other books that I'm reading. So I downloaded I got the audio book and I started reading with it. So I was like entertained by just reading the book. I was entertained by the TV show, and then I'm entertained by the audio book. And I gotta say, I love all 3. All 3, I love it. Now, this book was originally written in 1991. I had never, ever heard of it. In 1991, I was a tween. And I never heard of it. I'd never heard of the book. I guess I wouldn't expect to hear about it in 1991 when I was a tween. I was 11 years old. But, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that I've learned about it now, because I absolutely love it. I go like, it takes me, the pages and the audio, it just, everything takes me into the time. Now, I don't normally, like, if I've read a book I will not watch the movie or the show because I feel like I'm watching a screenplay. And also I get very upset. Like, I am an avid reader. I love to read. I thrive in it, right? So I feel like the cliche, right? The book is better. I'm like, I get so mad at the movie or the screen, or, the whatever. And I'm just like, that's not what happened. This is ridiculous. This acting is terrible. This is bad. So I have not come across a book yet and seen the movie and just was like, this is just as good. I gotta say that Outlander kind of hits that mark for me. Because I'm watching the series first, like the season, and then I'm going back and reading the book, listening to the book. So I'm getting like I said, triple entertainment. And there are a lot of major differences between the two. It's a book, it's gonna be. So the audio is read. So the book 1991 was written originally, and then they did the audio. The audio is read by Davina Porter, and that was recorded in 1998. Shout out. Wonderful actor. Voice actress, book reader? I don't know. Usually audiobooks put me to sleep. Right. I've did audiobooks before this other series, and it was like boring. Davina Porter, on point. She is doing the British accent, the Scottish accent. She does an American accent later, and it's not good. But the distinction between the characters is amazing. She's phenomenal, like the phenomenal, and she keeps it entertaining. And then, and it's very easy to keep up with the characters and differentiate the different characters. And she's just very, very much on point with that. I have my favorite character is obviously Jamie. My least favorite character is Claire. I'm sorry. Like, I have a love relationship for Jamie, right? I have a come on now relationship with Claire. Even though she's the, main character, there are things that just annoy me about her. And especially, like, I feel like she whines in the audio. She's like whining. Really? Jamie? I was just, like, shut your mouth. Just stop. The show and the book, this is not about the show, this is about the book, is spicy. I give it, out of a 5, I give it a spicy level 2. The tears, or, the sadness, the emotions, out of 5, I'd give it a 1. There wasn't anything in the first book that really got me like heartstrings. So I do give that a 1. I love the concept. So let me tell you about the story. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, Outlander, it starts off in England, 1945, 46, just at the end of the World War II for the British Army. Claire, she's a nurse in the British Army, and she's married to Frank Randall. Her name is Claire Beecham, and she gets married to Frank Randall, and they go on what they call their honeymoon. They'd been married for like a few years, but they hadn't seen each other because they were stationed elsewhere. He's also in the military, British military. So they go to Scotland, Inverness, to do their honeymoon. And he is a history teacher, professor, and he's taking Claire to like all these different places. He's like telling her the history of like the Scottish War, one of the Scottish wars, one of the battles in the 1700s that he knows about because, one, it's important to him because he has his ancestors were in the British Army and they fought in this battle. And so, he's like he's showing her like the different places of note, museums, old castles, things like that. And he's like really teaching her. She seems very interested. She's paying attention. She's very interested. And then they come across Craignadon. And Craignadon is the stones, right? Like a Stonehenge. And there's multiple, and then there's one in the middle. And so it's known, like the old folklore is that, it talks, one of the rocks talk to you. They have, you can hear it and other people can't. And if you touch it, it takes you back into time. Oh, love it. So she hears it, right? It's like the rock is like calling to her. It's like this woo type of thing, loud. And she's like, ah! Type, and then she touches the rock and like bam, she's like in 1744, 45, she's like 200 years earlier, in the middle of like this thing happening with the British and the Scottish. I don't know European history like that. I know some, but I don't know everything. So I mean, obviously, I guess I can't say obviously, but I do know that England owned or had whatever, all these different countries, just was a part of England, or try to like, anyways. So yeah, so I didn't know that the English hated the Scottish, and back in and vice versa, I guess, history. So I'm learning that. I've learned that. So that's been quite a journey. Seeing, hearing the dialogue. They don't speak Gaelic in the book. Like, you're not reading Gaelic, and you're not, she's the audio, you're not hearing the Gaelic. I got the Gaelic sound from the TV show, and I actually think it's a kind of cool ancient language. It's pretty cool. There are some words that are said in the book, audio that, like Cessna and a couple of other things. And I absolutely love, those. I don't know. I just love it. I quote this book like all the time. Like, I'm walking around saying to myself, like, Claire and Sassenach and stuff like that. And even with a TV show, like earlier today, I was like singing the theme. Like, I'm going to put the theme as my ringtone. I just love it. The bagpipes and all that is like so super cool. I worked in an amusement park, and, I worked at, as a teenager, I worked at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. And, they're in Scotland. Like, I was always intrigued with like the Clydesdales. They're such beautiful animals, and the bagpipes and the music in that area. And unfortunately, that area is like small, but I'm excited to go again, like season pass and all that, DMV. I'm excited to go because I told my husband, I was like, we're going, and I'm going to buy like a kilt. You're going to wear it if they have it. I'm kidding. But I'm going to buy like all the stickers, all of the things, all of the like crests. I'm going to find myself some like Scottish plaid or something like that. It's going to be great. Like, this show or this book has really, really done that for me. We do have videos of Busch Gardens. Check out the DigiKast, where you can find our travel stuff, and we have plenty of videos on Busch Gardens. YouTube, the DigiKast, and all of that. I am part of the DigiKast, if I haven't mentioned that, if you don't know. And I thank you all for like watching this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. I know it's really hard to spoil this series or this book. I've only read the first one. I am going through the second book now, and that review will be coming up soon if I review it. I'm not really sure, but I am reading that now. My goal was to finish this series by New Year's Day. I have so much on my list, on my to be read list. Like, it's incredible. This journey this year I started doing this last year, but making the YouTube videos and really just doing all of that this year has been such an incredible journey. And, I couldn't do it without Awesome Rob, my wonderful husband. And I just appreciate, him and all of his wonderful work. He does all the editing. My daughter, shout out to my youngest. She does my thumbnails for the for the YouTube and stuff like that. My oldest, she's an artist. She designed this mug. She's doing some new, artwork for me soon, coming up soon. I have water in it now, but this is my coffee mug. Beautiful. I love it. She designed this for me. She created this logo. And I've been journaling in my wonderful book. So I have my notes on, the series. I've got some really cool stickers that I got off of Amazon that I'll post below. And I got this book, this journal. I purchased this from Elevated Lifestyles. And I absolutely love it. And I love this whole thing. This journey has been great. This book is amazing. I absolutely love it. If you have any questions and you want to know more about the Outlander series, please let me know in the comments. If you've read the book, if you've listened to the audio, if you've seen the TV show, hit me up. Leave a message in the comments. Let me know what you think. My rating for this is obviously a 5. And I want more. I love this. I love it. I absolutely love it. Historical fiction is where it's at for me this year. And I'm going to finish out my year, I guess, in Scotland. And I'm excited about it. I really am. So thank you so much. I'm Sherry's Joy. You can find me on Instagram at bookmarkedsj. You can find me right here on YouTube, bookmarkedsj. You can find me on Blue Sky at Sherry's Joy. I have already said I am part of the DigiKast, and you can find the DigiKast on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. And all those wonderful things will be left in the comment. Again, hit me up. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much. Love the world.